Hi guys, and this is Lorna here, and today is day 1 of round 2 of my fasting journey. So yesterday we talked about motivation and your why, how big is your why, and that's going to help all of us stay on this fasting lifestyle that we've chosen. Now, I've got some notes here today because I've got a couple of pointers I want to get through about the first day of fasting and going forwards. And this week, I wanted to touch on this today because this week I found out about dirty fasting, the clean fasting. And I thought, that was a thing. And so I delved a bit deeper and I found out that dirty fasting is when you choose to have coffee, tea with milk or sugar, which I admit I was flagging this week, especially on the 3rd or 4th day. So I did have coffee with, a couple of sugars and flavoured water. That's dirty fasting. Coffee, tea, flavoured water, artificial sweetener, dirty fasting. Clean fasting is when you have just water with your electrolytes and some coffee now and again. So I am a fan of low information. I'm on a low information diet. And when it comes to fasting, I didn't realise that there's so much information out there in regards to fasting. And people are getting themselves wound up, confused and restricted about how they should carry on their fasting. Sometimes this makes people stop. So I've realised that fasting is not an isolated lifestyle. So if you want to do dirty fasting, do it. If you want to do clean fasting, do it. Look within and be quite intuitive about how you want to live your life. I'm choosing to do dirty fasting some days, and other days when I don't need to, I'm going for the clean fasting lifestyle. My why is quite big. I have about 80 pounds to lose, and I've got a tiny health condition. So my clean fasting lifestyle is dialed in. But some days I'll digress and I'll go dirty. The choice is yours, and that's definitely my choice. But I just wanted to also touch on something. Fasting is not an isolated lifestyle. So what do I mean by that? In your life, who are the people that surround you? Are they energy zappers or do they offer support? What's your partner, husband, wife, child, boss, co-worker like? If you could think of 3 things in your life that you could change so it would not derail your fasting lifestyle, what would they be? So just for a second, focus on a solution to those 3 things. And do this by going within and reframing with your mental imagination. So what do I mean by that? If we just work on the external problems, then it's kind of like an uphill battle. But when we go within and start to change parts of ourselves using our mind, then the battle's already been won. So think of the one thing that you want to change that would derail your fasting lifestyle, just for a moment. Then ask yourself this question. What's going on within me right now? How can I reframe my thoughts, feelings and beliefs and about this situation or person, and how can I clean that up? It's okay if you don't get this the first time you listen to it. Listen again, and I'll also be leaving notes below. So what's going on within me? How can I reframe my thoughts, feelings and beliefs about this situation or person, and how can I clean it up? You can do this by becoming conscious of what you watch, the thoughts in your head, the feelings that you carry around with yourselves every day, and the conversations and the arguments that you regularly have in your mind on a daily basis. So, for example, if your boss is mean to you, let's take work as an example. If your boss is mean and nasty to you, flip it. Ask yourself, say to yourself, with your eyes closed to begin with, because this is a new process for you. When you have your eyes closed, just imagine that you're talking on the phone to a friend or face to face. And you can say, you know what, I really am easy to talk to. And my boss is easy to talk to. It's really great that we get along so well. I'm kind of blessed. It can be in that vein or something similar. Then not only say the words, but feel them. Feel the joy, relief, etc. that this problem has now been resolved. Feeling them is important because our feelings will always raise our vibrations up that extra notch. And what then happens is you embed them, and these new positive emotions flow into our subconscious and automatically reframe how we think, feel and act for the better, for the positive. You have to activate this from within. And the more you do this, the more you reframe how you think and feel. The more you do this in relation to what you want to change, the more you will notice those changes externally. This technique is very much about projecting outwards, and understanding that change comes from within. And the more we walk around with those emotions that you have, when you know your problems have been resolved, finished, done, you're over the hump, the easier your fasting lifestyle will be. To stop talking about the problem that you have and embrace the solution. Live it, love it, feel it, and walk the solution that you have activated. This truly makes the path to fasting success easier. It certainly made it easier on my first week. I could not have gone for 7 days without constantly reframing how I was thinking. Do not let your body rule your mind. Have a great day, guys.